I call the member for Noosa.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. I rise to make a contribution in support of the Legal Affairs and Safety Committee report for the budget estimates 2022-2023. Now, instead of speaking about the questions I asked at our hearings, as the responses were self-explanatory and available for anyone to view or read, as I posted up, I wish to again highlight about the importance of ensuring the estimates hearings and process meet the expectations of Queenslanders. The operations of Parliament are a key part of how our Queensland democracy works, and its committees are one of the key avenues that provide scrutiny and accountability of the government. As you are aware, reforms to the committee system were undertaken in 2011. 10 years later, in 2021, I was on a live-stream panel with the architects of those changes, former members Judy Spence and Lawrence Springborg, as well as our Speaker Curtis Pitt MP, sharing insights on the system. As I and others have articulated through the 57th Parliament, the committee system, as well as the estimates process, needs tweaking to improve their effectiveness for Queenslanders. Issues highlighted again through this year include the limited time for a diversity of questioning. For example, in a 45-minute session, non-government members receive half of that time after the minister's opening remarks of up to 6 minutes allowed are taken out, leaving 19 minutes. The crossbench, 17% of the opposition receives, understandably, 17%. This is actually just over 3 minutes as a standard. With ministers allowed 3 minutes for responses, you can see this is not practical or equitable, leaving possibly only one question to be shared between 3 very diverse parties and 1 independent that make up the crossbench. The diversity of the communities represented cannot be accommodated in one question. Therefore, for a second year in a row, I attempted to circumnavigate the missing out by submitting 2 questions on notice to other committees. Unsuccessfully, I might add, no standing orders. However, there are opportunities for change, as summarised in my statement of reservation. Firstly, the Coldrake report recommended expanding the oversight role of the committees, specifically that integrity bodies' independence be enhanced by involvement of parliamentary committees. How this is done is important, leading to my question at our hearing regarding the role of committees as key stakeholders in implementing the Coldrake recommendations. Secondly, on first day of hearings, it was responded that for the accountability of government, the parliamentary committees have not necessarily been discharging some of the things that were envisaged in the 2011 review, and anyone that listened to the live stream would have heard what they were. Hence the importance that the Committee of the Legislative Assembly undertake our previous request for a review of the committee system and estimates process, taking into account the submissions put forward by myself and other MPs, current and past. This and the implementation of the Coldrake review provides opportunity for real change and an end to the arguments that go backwards and forwards in this chamber. As I have said previously, right here, standing here, we have nothing to lose and everything to gain by seeking an efficient, transparent and equitable committee system and process. In closing, thank you to the Attorney-General and Minister Ryan for the fulsome responses, and even though there was no time to peruse further during the hearing, of course I've submitted now questions on notice to get clarifications on those. To departmental staff for their hard work over many weeks, as well those in attendance at our hearing, thank you. A special mention to our chair, the member for Toohey, for providing, and I want to use the word because it was unallocated time, not allocated, for the crossbench and opposition to get in extra questions. Now, I just to give some clarity around the member for Calandra's comment that I said the word sufficient. It was not. It was appreciated, and that was the word that I used, and it is. But it is not sufficient, and it should look. This should be a standard where we get sufficient time. It shouldn't be something that's the determination of individual chairs at different committees, and we shouldn't have to go with hat in hand to try to work out how we can just sneak in that one extra question. So, and to finish, to all of our frontliners, our ongoing gratitude for what you do every day. Thank you.
Thank you, member. I call the Minister for